Thanks for staying with us. So we focus quite a bit on Lagos State because Lagos is a city of excellence and many people across the country come to Lagos on a daily basis. So when Lagos State announced their 10-week diversion of traffic, it was important for us to have this conversation. They're going to be having this at the tail end of the Tollgate to Berger section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to the Lagos State Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Ndlea, he said that the traffic diversion will commence on Monday, that's today, January 30th, and end April 15th. So joining us for more clarity is a special advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Honorable, we're having actually a special advisor on transportation. That's going to be, we have Engineer Umar
Bakare, Federal Controller of Works.
Federal Controller of Works. Welcome to the show, sir. Sorry about that. I didn't get the right information on my prompter.
And good morning, Nigerians.
Yes. So it's good to have you, sir, and we just need a bit of clarity on the diversion we'll be seeing today. We're happy when we woke up this morning and realized that it hasn't been carried out, which is a good thing. But has it been moved? That's the first question I want to ask you. And when do you plan to start?
Thank you once again. The plan has not been shifted. It's going to go on like we said, like it was announced by the commissioner. We are set to start the diversion. Preparations are ongoing to begin the diversion. Some preliminary works will have to be done that will make the diversion not so difficult on the motorist. This diversion, I want to say, is just very necessary for us to be able to carry out the construction works. We know it's going to cause some traffic, but all the preparations we're having is to be able to alleviate the discomfort it's going to bring to motorists. So I want to assure you that we're starting it today.
Okay.
As I'm talking to you, all hands are on deck to begin the diversion.
Okay. What are the necessary things that have been put in place to make sure that this diversion doesn't cause too much of a hassle? Especially this area that we're talking about, we have schools, so even without diversions, I know how it is getting here during school hours. So what are the things that you're going to put in place specifically that will help?
Thank you very much. We have always been working hand in hand with Lagos State, relevant agencies in Lagos State. That's where you had the traffic advisory release from the commissioner. Last week, we had a meeting with Lagos State Ministry of Transport, and in attendance, we had Lagos State Ministry of Works and Infrastructure representatives and LASMA and a whole lot of other agencies. This is to present our traffic management plan, which we produced with our contractor, Berger. So we presented it to Lagos State to have a discussion with them so that we can key into their own plans. And the things that will be putting in place to reduce, because we cannot totally eliminate it, the discomfort. One, we are going to shorten the length of diversion as against what we used to have before, so that the traffic will not be so much. We're going to look at the possibility of contra flow. For example, from Chinich 00, which is around the former toll gate, where we have the Julius Berger yard presently.
Right.
We're thinking of diverting traffic from the Ibadan-bound traffic. We're thinking of diverting part of it into the Lagos-bound section.
Okay.
And that will be done at the peak period.
Okay.
But this will not start immediately. We're also thinking of diverting traffic to CMD Road. CMD Road has a 2-lane going and coming. At peak period, we're going to have to stop the going and coming traffic and have a one-way traffic on CMD Road.
Let me explain to you, CM, because that's my area. So CMD Road has a school. There's one school there. Everybody's coming in and dropping off. On a regular day, there's traffic on that school. They have banks. There are about 4 banks there. And there's a Chicken Republic or something, an eatery there. So people are constantly going, and that road is already narrow. So it's a 1 lane in, 1 lane out. Yeah. How do you plan to bring in divert traffic into that CMD Road? It's not good. It's going to be hell.
Yeah, that's what I said. During the diversion on CMD Road, which will be at peak periods, there won't be traffic on CMD Road coming towards the Way Bridge, coming towards your studio.
Yes.
All the traffic on CMD Road will be going towards Magodo during the peak period.
So those that want to come
those coming out will have to join the express.
We'll divert traffic for people who want to go to the, let's say, to the other side. Like people going to Ojota will divert their traffic towards Otelola Bridge so that they'll go under the bridge. And those that can go through Ikosi, K2 area for that period.
Okay, just for clarity, so the Old Tollgate is, I'm using landmarks now, the motorways bus stop, the complex, or 7-Up?
It's a bit further.
Because most people would think, because the toll gate no longer exists, they don't understand what.
Okay.
The landmark will be motorways.
No. The landmark will be FRS.
Okay, so I'm told we'll have somebody else who's going to be more specific on this. I'm not sure, so maybe because when I also focus on
construction process.
Work, yeah.
So one of the concerns that we've always had with construction work is that, of course, we know we will bear the pain while we'll have the benefits later. It's that when I hear 10 weeks, I'm worried that would there be an extension? Is there any possibility of them saying something didn't align and we would have to make it longer than 10 weeks? In the worst case scenario, how long would this closure take place?
Thank you. There are 2 ways to it. And it's either we have it light and much longer, or we have it heavy and shorter. We are looking at the second option. We have it heavy and shorter. What do I mean by heavy? We're going to be working at different locations at the same time so that we'll have a shorter period to work. Now, apart from that, we're also looking at some other factors like the season. We're in the dry season now. If we do not do some very critical part of the construction in this dry season, it's going to drag the construction far longer. That is why we are planning to work simultaneously on 3 locations. Presently, we're working between Kara Bridge and Long Bridge, Ibadan bound. Today, we're starting from the beginning, the very beginning of the project, which is around the, how do I put it, the emergency clinic.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly at the emergency clinic, where you have a U-turn now towards Otedola Bridge.
That U-turn is blocked.
Yeah, we're going to block that U-turn and take it to where we have people coming from Lagos and turning into 7-Up. That's what we're going to be.
The first roundabout.
Yes.
So that means we bust out at TVC.
This TVC will no longer be a one-way.
No, when you're coming from this TVC now, you have to go towards the Way Bridge, then you will now do your turn as if you're going to Ibadan.
Exactly.
Then you join.
But they're going to block that, so we can't do that anymore.
No,
so you bust out
that's
TVC
no longer a one-way.
No.
When you exit and turn left from TVC now, to go and use that ramp into the express, it's a one-way.
Let me just make it clear. When you are coming from TVC now and you're going to Lagos.
To Lagos Island, yes.
Yes, when you're going to towards Ojota, instead of coming to your left, you will go to your right.
Right, correct.
The section where people coming from Lagos going to Magodo exit the express to join CMD Road. That is the area we are going to widen it, where you are going to link the express.
Exactly. So that's what I said.
When you link the express, you face towards Ibadan.
Yeah.
Then you do your U-turn
Where?
Do you get
First
it?
one.
So let me explain
got
to you.
it.
When you're coming out of the series right now, you make it now. Instead of going right, you go left. That exit on enter CMD. They're going to widen that place. So you make left. You now bust onto the express. You make a quick U-turn to now go because they're going to block that side. So anyway,
It used to be a
let's go on a
one-way.
break
You
because
have boys there.
not everybody lives in this area. But it will affect those coming in from the traveling
Lagos.
out,
Everybody
in and out
leaving
of
Lagos is going to
It's
face
going to be
it.
affected. So we need better clarity. We still have our guests with us. We're going to take a few comments on social media, but go ahead, Nima, I had a
So
question.
I wanted to understand, the working hours also. You said, in the shortest time is what the second alternative, which is heavier work in a shorter period, you complete the work. So would you also be working at night? Would there be lights and all of that to assist to ensure that we don't exceed 10 weeks?
Thank you. Night work is an angle we've been discussing with the contractor, but I must be honest, it has not been concluded. A lot of people have been bringing issues on the night work angle. I just want to clear it a bit. If you recollect, the work on Apapa, Worunshoki, Ojota Road, the contractor, ITEC, has been doing night work, but it's because of the scope, which is majorly resurfacing. In this case, we cut down into the road. If we do a diversion and we work at night, we're not going to remove the diversion in the daytime. It's still going to be there. So the constriction will still be there and there will still be traffic. But in this case, it's not possible to work only at night. But I will agree with you that it would be good to work at night in addition to the work we do in daytime.
Okay, I just wanted to, we've talked about all the diversions, but the work itself, what will we be getting after 10 weeks?
After 10 weeks, God willing, when we will have completed the road from Ojota to Shagamu interchange, you will have 3 lanes on both sides of the carriageway of wearing course where you can travel without any encumbrance on the road from Lagos to Shagamu. And I can assure you as well, it will be the same from Shagamu to Ojo in Ibadan. That is the target for now.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, thank you. We have already completed over 90% of this from Lagos to Shagamu interchange. What we have left is in the area of about 4 kilometers, give or take, on both sides. And this we want to be able to complete within these 10 weeks.
Okay, so the 10 weeks is the last lap of this Lagos, how many years of Lagos to Ibadan road?
The last lap of the first phase. Okay. We want to be able to drive from Lagos to Ibadan. Of course, there are other ancillary works, pedestrian bridges, flyover bridges, and all that. But those ones will not, during construction, disturb.
As such.
Yeah. So this is the hardest part of it.
Yes.
All right, we wish you all the best. Let's go on a break. We have to be speaking here with the Federal Controller of Works, Engineer Umar Bakare, explaining to us how the work is going to be going on. We're going to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll speak with the Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Honorable Shola Giwa, who will give us more insights into exactly how the diversions will be taking place.